Yo, what's up everybody? Welcome back to the Kimi ga Nozomu Eien playthrough. Now, firstly, before we actually get into continuing Haruka's route, we are going to be in this monstrosity again, the route where Hayase becomes a little bit too attached to Takayuki. And when I say a little bit too attached, my god, that is really an understatement. But, yeah. I didn't realise this, but, if you go to the old version, remember when I saw the ending in the enhanced edition firstly and I saw a white screen for the credits? You actually get a credit screen if you go here. Can I just mention with this ending, I am going to be... Yeah, let's just read the credits. So you've got all the voice actors here. It's surprisingly fast. You've got that picture of Hayase there as well. Oh. That's the first picture of Hayase we saw as well. A little bit zoomed out compared to the version we saw in the visual novel. It's peaceful and yet it's sad, and obviously that really makes sense considering what the hell has happened to Hayase. And of course we got this CG. Out of every CG we could have got, we got this one. Oh god. I mean, I think you can tell this is an eroge when you see CGs like this. It's really quite peaceful, this. I like it. I like that we're getting zoomed out versions of the CGs as well. This probably is quite different in the 18 plus edition. Oh my god, there's so many people involved with this. It's genuinely impressive. Oh yeah, I love this scene. God. I always get the impression that Hayase had the feelings for Takayuki, even when she was trying to direct Haruka towards Takayuki. God, it really just feels like she's placed somebody in front of her, and as a result of that, she hasn't been able to have the future that she wanted, just because she's so kind. And that may have been her worst mistake. God. I can't believe the amount of people involved still isn't ending. Jesus Christ. Oh yeah, this CG as well. I think this might be showing us every single CG related to Hayase that we've received so far. I don't know though. There's even a VTuber on there. Oh yeah, this CG of course. I like this theme. It's actually really quite pleasant. I haven't actually seen this CG before. But it looks like everything's going to be ending now anyway. Or at least, I hope so. No, you've got to be kidding me. Are they going to give us a translation of the credits in English now, or what? I just don't understand why half of the credits were in Japanese and yet the other ones are in English. This is so odd. I've never seen credits with, firstly, so many staff members, but secondly, secondly, such fast-moving text as well. And I've also rarely seen credits where the text move upwards as well. Oh god, that one image of Hayase. Right, so what's happening now? Are we going to get the achievement? Or what? Anyway, that's the credit scene of that ending. It was quite cool. I've not seen a credit scene for this visual novel before, I don't think. But yeah, I'm just a bit annoyed about the fact that I haven't got the achievement. It really feels like this enhanced edition, I just don't get why, but it really doesn't feel like it's been made very well sometimes. I mean, just I got an achievement for the Kimi ga Nozomu Manami Homuda, and also an ending for one of Akane's routes. I mean, I got both of those at the same time, and I didn't get the achievement for the bad ending with Hayase. I thought that maybe downgrading to the beta version would work, but no. I do not understand that whatsoever. If you guys know a fix, then please tell me in the comments. Anyway, yeah, we're definitely going to be rereading this route once the translation for the 18 plus version comes out, because there is so much that is cut that it's not even funny. But yeah, I'm going to kind of forget about the fact that I read this route, and we're just going to look into what's going to happen if we correct Mitsuki. What, is she going to break? Because if I'm going to be honest, I wouldn't be surprised. If Takayuki had a proper conversation with Mitsuki, though, maybe she would be able to become really quite impacted and obviously see change. Yeah. Yeah, and even Takayuki is justifying what Shinji does. It's surprising. Yeah, but it's just so that she doesn't blame herself. But my god, she was really, really blaming. Yeah. And I just find it genuinely surprising to think about the fact that the feelings of Hayase and Takayuki, they've ruined her. They really have. She's become so drunk with them that she's finding it hard to actually see anything outside of said feelings. And that's very, very wrong. Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, and even when she becomes a literal sex slave, because let's be honest, that's what she does become in that other ending, there is still no feelings of attachment whatsoever, and in the end, Haruka is getting married with Takayuki. I mean, or at least that's something that is suggested. I mean, how ridiculous. Yeah, yeah, she's gone totally crazy. It's interesting. Yeah. But you were the one who did this to her, and that's the most scary thing. Yeah, you are gonna go crazy. Yeah, just it's a really scary part because of the fact it's a really scary decision and situation to be in, because if you don't act and you don't play your cards really correctly in a situation like this, somebody could go to total ruin, as seen in the bad ending with Mitsuki. Yeah. Yeah, but I just find that really interesting to think about the fact that he doesn't even have feelings for Hayase anymore, and if anything, it's just such a weird desire that Takayuki has to make it so that Hayase is to himself, if anything. It just feels so ugly. That's a really good way of describing it, actually. It's just ugly. That is interesting, just that possessiveness. And I just think it's so odd because of how false it is. Because he doesn't even have feelings for Hayase, and yet at the same time he's being so possessive over her. I mean, the feelings are still alive and well, but at the same time they could have so easily disappeared if, like, for example, Shinji never called Takayuki about Hayase. It's insane. So the choice is you idiot, right? Yeah, what's up? Oops. You idiot. Yeah, thought so. Right, here we go. Let's see what happens. Also, oh my! These headphones are so crap. Jesus Christ, man. I can't believe I just made that mistake. The audio sounded so much like it was coming through the headphones that I didn't realise. Okay, anyway. So basically, Takayuki is right on top of Mitsuki at the moment, and he's going to put his... And obviously, Mitsuki's arms are holding Takayuki, just completely encompassing him. But then he's going to put his hand on her shirt. Exactly, it was just because of the fact that she was so insecure, and she had feelings of love, but at the same time, well, she had feelings of love for Takayuki, but obviously because of the fact that they were being betrayed for Haruka, she felt insecurity and she just wanted anything to please her, really, and she turned to Shinji as a result. I think Shinji could have handled the situation better, but at the same time, I mean, if she was so stressed that it was as if she was going to go crazy, then is this really the best thing he could have done? Yeah, that's the worst thing. He is actually understandable, yeah. No, you didn't. You are the person that caused all of this. I mean, she has objectively done something wrong. She's had an affair with somebody, but because of the fact that Takayuki was the person that caused the motivation for the affair, can you really say that what she did is fully wrong? I can actually see what's being argued here. Yeah. That's interesting that he feels as if Mitsuki hasn't done anything wrong. And I just find it so interesting that he can either do this or he can just totally take advantage of the fact that Mitsuki is literally pledging herself towards Takayuki. Oh my god. Yeah, this does actually kind of work. If you guys have read Saya no Uta, just think of the... So you have Fuminori and Saya, and then you have Tsukuba Yo. Oh my god, it actually kind of reminds me of that, and that's scary. Yeah, because obviously Fuminori could just pleasure himself with Yo, and then he could have the love with Saya. Yeah. It's scarily similar to that. But the only thing is, obviously, unlike Sayan or Uta, there was so much more history between these two than with Huminori and Yor. I hate how similar it is, though, if you think about it like that. Yeah, you didn't. No, totally. Oh my god. Oh yeah, my god, yeah, you just have indications of... Well, you remember the good things where you were in a time that is more ugly than anything else, and where the worst things in the relationship are happening. Oh my god, yeah. It must be so weird falling in love with somebody, just seeing a side of them that you'd never be able to see in, for example, public or around school or just anything like that. You really see so much more to a person. Yeah, but it is interesting. Yeah, so he's just not wanting to admit that he has been somebody that... Well, I mean, sure, well, he cares about Mitsuki and he still clearly cares about their relationship. So obviously he's annoyed about the fact that even though they were in a relationship, she was somebody who decided to love somebody other than Takayuki, but... And obviously he's annoyed at himself because of the fact that he doesn't want to admit it. So... He's kind of, I suppose, yeah, he's taking Shinji's side just so that he can think it's, oh, I don't know. Well, I suppose, yeah, he's finding it unusual that he took Shinji's side just because of the fact that Shinji was the person who encouraged this. Shinji was the person who Mitsuki dated, I suppose. It's all quite confusing. Sometimes. Yeah. Yeah, that's reasonable. And I suppose he worried about the stuff that didn't matter at all, but now he's not worrying about the stuff that actually matters, and that's why their relationship has completely fallen apart. You have got to be kidding me. I'm actually really quite surprised. So, Takayuki looking into the heart of Mitsuki and obviously just trying to come together with what has happened still makes it so that they fuck each other, let's be honest, and that's what's going to happen. Yeah. She's just becoming totally addicted. There is a point, and this is the point, where you have to say no. It's for her sake. It really is. Well, maybe, but... Yeah, and it is interesting, this. You want to heal her wounds for the short term, and you're exactly like Shinji, but what's going to happen in the long term? That's my question. Yeah, that's interesting. So he wants to obviously make it so that... this is the worst, man. I mean, it's just somebody trying to be really kind for another person because obviously he feels the guilt of what he's done to Mitsuki, but also it's so brutal that he has anger at the fact that this has happened and guilt, I suppose. And he wants to make Mitsuki feel happy by calming it down, by making what by doing this. Oh god, this is really odd. But surely something like this is just going to lead into more. And then it would be as if you should never have loved Haruka. Maybe this could actually be a move for their relationship to get back on track. I don't know though, I think it's very unlikely. Especially considering the fact that we are reading Haruka's route, not Mitsuki's. That is fair because, yeah, that's totally reasonable because if you feel the anger, you are worrying about yourself too much rather than Mitsuki. Haruka. Yeah, that promise. that's when it went wrong. Yeah, totally. You just think about Haruka and then you remember something related to a picture book. I mean, what a coincidence. That's true. Yeah, that is fair. I like that, yeah. Yeah, fair. I like that, yeah. But yes! That's the genuine answer to that question. If you put it like that. I'm being serious.
Takayuki. ごめんね。
Pulled away from Takayuki. Nothing continues. That's really, really surprising, but good. I just find it really interesting to think about the fact that Mitsuki feels as if she is so in the wrong for having this fling. But at the same time, I mean, I'm sorry, but Takayuki, he is not exactly fully in the right either. If anything, look at how much. And look at all of those times when, I think the best example was when he was sick. Mitsuki was doing her best to tend to his needs and clean his house and be very hospitable. And then he just ditches her. I mean, for Haruka, obviously, she should not be blaming herself nearly as... Well, I mean, she should be blaming herself nearly as much as she is, but at the same time, Takayuki... I don't know, it's just not all Mitsuki's fault, so it feels very odd to see her blaming herself this much for everything that has gone on. God. She is so upset. Jesus Christ, she's a total wreck. It's horrible to see.
Takayuki のそばにいる。嬉しい。Takayuki といるのが、こうしていられるのが、こんなに嬉しいなんて。
god. God, so I really do wonder what has actually happened. I mean, this could be sex. I wonder, I hope it explains. My god, I know, it's so hard to believe. But then again, I mean, obviously, he is doing this out of pity. That is the only thing I will say. This is not genuine love. He is doing this because he is a kind human being. Just like Shinji did, if anything. If I'm going to be honest, I do think here he did the right thing, but I love the analogy about happiness being shared equally. It's just one person gets all the happiness and the other one just totally reigns in misery as a result of... Reigns? I don't know why I said that. Lives in misery as a result of the other person being happy, and it's totally the case here. But to be fair, this is the problem. He prioritises feelings of Haruka so much that the relationship with Mitsuki could never continue. He couldn't do a thing to stop it. Yeah. Yeah, God, I wonder what's going to happen now. So, August the 25th. It's the 27th today, right? Fucking hell, it is. Yeah. Okay, that's a bit odd. Oh my god, what's happening with Mitsuki? Ah, yeah, makes sense. I mean, he had Mitsuki in his arms, but at the same time, he hadn't necessarily made it so that Mitsuki was either sleeping to the left or right of him. Oh, fuck. Oh my god, that's hilarious. God. Oh, of course he wasn't. He's had a very difficult, evening. Yeah, he's really going to develop a habit of it if he doesn't stop soon. Yeah. I totally see that. But the only thing is, I mean, if he takes today off, he's really going to make a habit of it. And losing his job amidst all of this crap that is going on in his life, it's really not something he could deal with. He's so gonna lose his job. Yeah, I wonder. Oh. Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, I've heard that shitty catchphrase too many times. Well, sort your relationship problems out. You didn't, to be fair, but... And Mitsuki's going to be asleep anyway. I wonder what he's going to do. I wonder how what they're going to talk about. Oh my god, I know, yeah. Yeah, that too. Yeah, I do wonder what he's going to do with this. To be fair, he can't help what has happened.
ねえ、バイト休むの？バイトやめちゃえば？
Interesting that she's asking that.
ねえ、それがいいよ。私もっと頑張るからさ。それで住もうよ、一緒に。
Interesting.
貯金もあるし、そうしよう。一緒に住もう。そうすればいつでも好きな時に私のこと抱けるよ。
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
あるよ。ありがとう、高之。嬉しかった。
I find it very interesting that what Mitsuki is saying is she will make it so that Takayuki can quit his job so that she can work so hard and she can do everything and she can direct her life towards the relationship between Takayuki and Mitsuki, and she will make her relationship her life. And it's actually quite funny to think about the fact that it's kind of opposite to what was happening in the other ending, because I suppose in the other ending she quits her job so that Takayuki can obviously work to support them, or both of them. Well, I mean, in that other ending Mitsuki's a slave, so I don't really know how much Takayuki cares about her rights. I like, genuine question. We'll learn more about that, I'm sure, when we read the other ending. But yeah, I mean, the thing is, to think about the fact that it's interesting that she would spend the wedding fund. She's probably, I think that kind of gives an indication that there is no hope, and she knows that there is no hope, and yet at the same time she's still trying to make the relationship go forward, just because of the fact that she's trying to offer everything apart from like feelings, commitments, yeah, no genuine love, just things that she would do to be near him. It's as fake as it could get, to be honest. And that's the sad thing, she is just so desperate, and it's honestly such a shocking personality trait I'd seen, what we've learnt about here. Not what I was expecting at all. Yeah. Love is not just about sleeping with somebody whenever they want. This is the thing that's so deadly about this, because Mitsuki is getting so addicted just to Takayuki being by her side that she doesn't even care about how fake all of this is. And the scary thing is that she's not drunk and she's genuinely asking this. Oh yeah. That was from Shinji, I think.
ねえ、する？こんなになってるよ。頭に響くからやめてよ。
I find it really funny how the roles of the relationship feel like they have totally reversed. You have Takayuki here being the one with the upper hand in the relationship.
かけるでしょ。うん。だって、はるかのところに行くんでしょ。って行かないの？
Exactly, I totally agree. It's so unusual. It reminds me of the other ending where she doesn't even care about whether Takayuki loves her. She just cares about being close to him and being in a position where she can be by his side. The most fake type of love.
せっかくバイトがないんだから早く行ってあげないとね。
Okay, yeah. That is odd.
何？
I don't understand why she would have a big grin on her face. I mean, it does make sense, Mitsuki's actions, considering the bad ending, but I wonder... Oh my god, exactly. Yeah.
どうでもいいけどさ。
Well, she clearly does. Look at what she's done with Shinji.
もうキスマークつけすぎ。首もダメ、肩もダメ。二の腕は青くなっちゃってるしさ。着る服ないよ。
Can't tell if she is totally drunk or if this is how she normally is now.
高雪につけてもらったんだから。
If Takayuki amputated him, if Takayuki amputated you, would it be okay because he did it? If he, I don't know, made you blind for life, would it be okay because he did it? I don't know, I mean those examples are a bit more extreme, but still, I just think it's a bit ridiculous, surely. Oh, okay, no, I suppose... She's trying to say that things that look like wounds are okay because of the fact that they were given to her by Takayuki. Yes. I mean, this is something somebody may normally say, but obviously in Mitsuki's case it just feels like she's very obsessive. Like I said yesterday, she is yandere, but a yandere who doesn't kill people. Yeah, exactly, yeah. Yeah, and I think she's calm because of the fact that Takayuki is kind of like a drug. Provides instant cope to all of her problems. And, well, it's just a coping mechanism. Of course she is going to be calm when in his presence. She's so unstable without him. Yeah, the barrier between her and Takayuki. Yeah, and God, I'm dreading what's going to happen then.
Hai, できたよ。目玉焼き。
He's going to actually talk to Mitsuki about everything that's going to go on. He's going to make the right choice.
あ、私もシャワー浴びてくるね。
You're not really listening to what he's going to say. Yeah, escaping from reality. That's actually really quite interesting. That she did something like that. Yeah, exactly. It's just as if her everything is trying its hardest to deny what Takayuki is probably inevitably going to say. fair enough. Yeah. God damn. She really would do anything. Yeah. Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, and isn't it interesting? Now we're going to see Haruka. Even despite all of this. God, I really do wonder what's going to happen with Mitsuki. It's going to be quite exciting to see. Like I said before, it's a twist I never expected. I really didn't. Takayuki can either become one of the most... Sorry, the most disgusting human being in this visual novel, or he can become the best one. It just depends. Yeah, but the only thing is you can't, just simply because of the fact that Mitsuki is desperate, in his words. Absolutely desperate. Interesting. He's sad when seeing Haruka, happy when seeing Mitsuki. Everything is backward. What's happened? Shit, wrong arrow key. Oh, it's Akane. Not what I was expecting.
どうしたんですか？こんな時間に。誰？
I find it really quite interesting just how Akane has... well, how our feelings for Akane, and obviously the other way around, have developed too. And it just really shows that Takayuki always has had the potential for kindness. And I just think it's so interesting that in that ending with Hayase, he can just totally throw it away if his willpower is weaker and he doesn't care about her as a human being. He just totally takes advantage of her. I am excited to read the uncensored version of the bad ending. I'm gonna be honest, it's gonna be fucking difficult. I do wonder if some of the reads in this are gonna be as dark as the ones in Tsubahibi. And Tsui no Sora remake, obviously.
どうぞ。Takayuki くん？ごめん。だってこんな時間に来るなんて思ってなかったんだもん。
Of course, she could never know. I know, it's just so tricky. I mean, how are you going to tell somebody who is doing so much for you and who has such a commitment to their relationship that you don't want to know? Mitsuki is being so kind to Takayuki, but she is doing it out of desperation. There's no true love in there. I mean, yeah, they fucked each other. Does that mean it's all back together? No, it's ridiculous. No.
どうしたの？
Yeah. You can definitely not say with Akane around.
ねえねえ、それより 先生ったらね、ひどいんだよ。車椅子
What?
ちゃったの。
Why? Akane looks a bit embarrassed, or maybe she's just a bit stressed about what's happened as well.
ひどいよね。
It is. I mean, just because of the fact that Takayuki has done something stupid. And let me just emphasize that. Stupid. Everybody else is going to not be able to... Well, not only is she going to suffer, but everybody else around her will. Because they won't be able to go outside with her. That is mean. It's not. It shouldn't be everybody else's fault. And obviously Haruka's. Takayuki should get punishments, not her. I suppose it was partly her. Oh. Oh, right. What was that transition? I've never heard somebody say oha. Mourn. Yeah, somebody's definitely coming to work.
でも、なんかパッとしない顔は相変わらずね。なんだかいつも何か悩んでそうな顔して。鈴宮さんの方が健康に見えるわよ。しっかり栄養補給してる？
God, Suzumiya looks more healthy than you do. That's hilarious. I mean, if it's that bad. But to be honest, I mean, Takayuki's situation has become uniquely stressful and difficult and awful, let's be honest here.
So それより誤解のないように言っておきますけど、鈴宮さんの車椅子は手入れの最中なの。砂浜で海風にさらしておくんだもの。
You have got to be kidding me. What the fuck? Oh my god. Who makes a wheelchair for a hospital next to a beach that is not meant to be exposed to ocean air and sand? Well, I suppose I can see sand, but ocean air, that surprises me. But still, I mean, God. Isn't it interesting? You just see the fact that you have done a selfish decision. You haven't learnt about any of the potential consequences or risks, and this is what has happened as a result. And that could have been an accident with Haruka. I wonder if he's going to have to pay compensation. They did spend some quality time together, but at the same time it was very awkward because, especially of the move that Takayuki had made to Haruka, before they had had chances to comprehend just how much they loved each other. That's really tough.
たとえ彼氏でも彼女の言うこと全部真に受けちゃダメよ。病院の信用に関わるでしょ。
No, if anything, he was the person who dragged Haruka there against her will. She's definitely lied, Haruka has.
れちゃった。
当たり前じゃないの。まったく。どうしたの？
Yeah, but the only thing is, I mean, you thought that a breakup was final, but the only thing is the reason the breakup happened. If I'm going to be honest, I think it's very interesting just how different Mitsuki's personality has become. And if anything, I think she feels an immense amount of guilt that her presence is causing so much trouble in Takayuki's life. So that means she wants to adapt herself so that she's in Takayuki's life, but at the same time is not somebody who fully makes it trickier.
ところで、せっかくのお見舞いで悪いんだけど、ちょっと席外してて。
Why? Also, what about Akane?
会心の時間。それとも鈴宮さんの裸見る？彼氏だからいいのかな？
Jesus Christ. Has she actually seen through? What the fuck? Why would you make a joke like that? I mean, I'm sorry, but I get that he knows... Well, of course, Hoshino laughing along. But I get that they know each other quite a bit, but isn't that a bit far? Oh my god, somebody's a bit embarrassed. Yeah, I totally agree.
というわけだから、はい、出てってちょうだい。
Good. Oh yeah, that's brilliant. Yeah, totally. Oh yeah, that's really good. Play Stallion. Sunnies. Saga. A drink. My god. What is this? 2001 or 2025? I swear to God, there are kids who are not even in, I don't know, like reception or beginning primary school that have phones nowadays. It's just fucking concerning. And you just see kids that are not even... There are just so many people who listen to music as well, I've noticed. Especially people who are younger, and it's just concerning, to be honest. Yeah. Yeah, totally. Really? That is the last thing I would have expected. Yeah, I wonder. If I'm going to be honest, I feel like it's probably good for a situation like this, just so that Takayuki can be reassured about the fact that he does genuinely mean his connection with Haruka. It is real, everything that he is experiencing. No, when I say real, I mean it is genuine. But at the same time, when Hayase comes later on, well, when he comes home and Hayase's there, I'm sure everything's going to become a lot more difficult. No, there's no way she hasn't. They need to. It was. This would not have happened if that wasn't the case. If I'm going to be honest, I really wish Takayuki realised that his feelings for Haruka were growing stronger and that his feelings for Mitsuki were starting to decrease. I do wonder what would have happened if they just genuinely had a civil conversation. But the thing is, I mean, Takayuki prioritised Haruka so much that he didn't even have time to think about Mitsuki. He was worried sick about Haruka. And isn't it interesting, when Hayase said that she was going to break up with Takayuki, why was she doing it? For his consideration, not hers. His consideration. And obviously she was so upset because of how much she's put into the relationship, and yet at the same time how little she's got back from it. Oh, interesting, yeah. What? Did she say okainasai? What? Or can I just not hear? Yeah, I just can't hear. Okay. Oh my god, this is going to be interesting. I wonder just what these people are going to be able to come to. Because if I'm going to be honest, I get the impression with how much Mitsuki is totally obsessed with giving Takayuki... Well, just obsessed with being in Takayuki's company. Yeah, given that when that company is rejected, she's going to break. This is going to be a very difficult day, I get the impression of. God, I just can't believe that she's doing this. She's doing this so selflessly. I mean, she is not prioritizing herself in her life. Such a dangerous amount.
Takayuki が帰ってきたら買い物に行こうと思ってたの。なんかリクエストある？
Yeah, no, it's not the issue whatsoever. It's the issue how she's kind of trying to force herself into Takayuki's life even after the breakup has happened. Unfortunately, Takayuki's love out of pity has made Hayase have the false belief that Takayuki truly loves her, and now this is happening. And that was all just a brief disruption. No. Oh god. Takayuki. I mean, he's done the right thing, but at the same time that's got him into such an awful situation. Well, would the right thing have been to satisfy her feelings or to seriously talk about what she is feeling and how wrong it is? I mean, she was drunk. So he probably shouldn't have done anything, actually. But still, that didn't come across to Takayuki's head, so he was still doing the best thing he thought he could do. So it's a bit tricky. Okay, sorry, hang on a sec. There we go. Right. Fuck off.
Haruka, 元気だった？そろそろリハビリも始まってるのかな？はるか泣いてなかった？
God. I just think it's so funny that she knows herself subconsciously what she is doing, and yet at the same time she's just trying to dodge it. She's just trying to dodge any indication of reality. Yeah, listen to him, seriously.
リハビリって大変だから、私の知り合いでもね。やだ。私、高之のためなら何でもするよ。
That's not right. You need to live your own life. Not the life that is spent doing anything for a person that doesn't even love you. Because I'm sorry, but that's reality. It's a hard truth, but it is reality.
掃除も毎日するし、ご飯も食べたいもの作るから、頑張るから。もちろん、はるかのお見舞いだって全然構わないし、私たちのあの約束だって、もうどうでもいい。
Interesting.
とにかく、高之が嫌がることはもう絶対しない。高之の言うこと、何でも聞く。
This is
昨日
so
の夜のこと
wrong.
は嘘じゃないよ。私のこと好きにしてくれて構わないんだ。
Well, I really wish you hadn't, and it was just something you had said while drunk. Jesus Christ.
だからお願いだから、そばにいさせてね。お願いだから。
God, just look at how much she's breaking just by even asking this.
私の望みはたったそれだけなの。高之のそばにいたいだけなの。だからお願い。だからね、私仕事一生懸命頑張るからさ。高之、バイトなんかやめて自由な時間いっぱい持てばいいよ。
It's just so wrong. And he can see it in the way we see it. That's really good.
そうすればさ、はるかのお見舞いも毎日行けるし、好きなことできるじゃない？
God, you just think totally spoiling somebody and giving them the best they possibly could have in life with no challenge and no Well, none of the things that actually make somebody's life a life worth living. For free. The price is you need to be there in the house and spend time with Takayuki. It's just insane. She will break either way, let's be honest here. Exactly, yeah, it's so concerning. Oh my god, I know. Yeah, it's just kind of hard when she is investing this much of her feeling into you. Yeah, it's tricky, but you have to say them. You have to. She'd commit murder. Do a crime or something insane just because of her. Dude, what fucking happened to Hayase? Seriously. Yeah. With a mindset like that, you're gonna get far. Keep that mindset, I beg you. Yeah, that's also true. Yeah. Yeah. But at the same time, you can't have love fully devoted to two people. You've got to have it just to one. And if I'm going to be honest, the sad thing about with everything with Mitsuki, it's all fake as well. It's just her being so desperate to be with Takayuki. The stuff with Haruka is real.
Takayuki?
Yeah, I don't blame him. The fuck? My exact question? But I thought he bought it and gave it to Haruka.
Ehon. 押し入れをね、掃除してたの。それで見つけたから。
Yeah, still dodged the question. That's hilarious. Yeah.
だって、はるかがもう目覚めたんだから、それはいらないでしょ?
God. You can so see the jealousy. Dude, what the fuck happened to Hayase? She would never normally do something like this. You can tell she's a total wreck. Yes, you do. If anything, that's not your decision to make. Surely it's the person who is holding the memories? Surely it's his decision? No? yeah, good one. Takayuki, that's exactly what I'm thinking.
それを見たら、また高之の気持ちが沈むと思ったんだもん。それ、捨てた方がいいよ。
To be fair, that is reasonable. Because obviously it would be a reminder of what happened 3 years ago. At the same time though, is that just running away from what happened? Throwing away any trace of it?
ごめんなさい。高之が怒るなんて思わなかったから。ご めんなさい。ほんと、ごめんなさい。
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah, agreed. Yeah. I fully agree.
好きなの。
That happened.
好きなの。大好きなの。高之のこと本気で愛してる。誰よりも何よりも。その思い、高之から独り占めしようなんて思わない。私にも向けてくれるだけ、それだけでいいの。たったそれだけでいいの。そのためなら私。
My god, I know. That must be very rough, just to think that you have made somebody like this. Yeah. Yeah, totally. Yeah, exactly.
高之。
When will she be satisfied though? Well, it must be very difficult to to gain the courage to tell Hayase something like this. Oh, we're getting a part-time job soon. Yeah. Very, very difficult. All of this, it really is. But I do wonder just how long this is going to go on for, because it can't continue on forever. The amount Hayase is working is going to destroy her. And obviously so are her feelings. I don't know why, but with Tamano, the way she says anything is just hilarious. It just sounds so cheesy as well. What about Takayuki? What's he going to do? Yeah, I'm sorry, but there is no way he's going to be able to order Daikuji around. He should have just done it himself.
あー、玉来た。兄生意気ほざいちゃってるのさ。自分で行け、ボケが。
Well, I mean, they are so hopeless together that it's not even funny. Daikuji actually working when Takayuki's here? What the hell? How?
何さ、その挑戦的な態度は。
It is a waste of time.
あったよ。
I'm so surprised. Like, genuinely so surprised. No, he got off lightly. The fact that Daiguji actually did something to help him was not something I was expecting at all, to be honest. Oh, that's a pain. That's painful. Oh. Oh god, he's really, really clumsy. She's really clumsy. Of course she is. Oh god. Oh god. Yeah, I've never done that. I've luckily never been in that situation myself, but I can imagine. Very easily.
何土地狂ったことしてんのよ。さっさと救急箱持ってこいや。私はほうきとちりとり取りに行くのさ。
Yeah, fair enough.
あ？なんですと
Yeah, totally.
待ちなさいってばさ。
God.
時間なくても待てや。アンチキショウが待ちやがれ。
はいはい、そこまでに。ほうきとちりとりは私が持ってきました。大工寺さんは玉野さんを連れて裏へどうぞ。
Sakiyama here to save the day?
アホは死ね。
Yeah, I fully agree.
成美くんは皿を下げてきてください。一度にたくさん持ってこれるでしょうから、さっさとやってしまいましょう。それをとっとと終わらせたら私のところに来てください。
Oh god. That's a bit scary. Oh my god, I wonder what's happened.
お皿は割りませんでしたか？おかしいですね。2、3枚は覚悟していたんですが、さすがベテランです。 この職場も殺伐としていますね、最近。そう思いませんか？原因は何だと思います？精神状態が不安定な時というのは、どうしても小さなことでイライラしてしまうものです。
Yeah, that is fair. My God, I mean. I just think it's so depressing how hopeless everything is with Daikuji and Takayuki still. They really never change. Yeah, fair enough.
お皿を割らないように気遣う余裕があるのなら、それを少しでも周りに向けてみませんか？お皿は何も言いませんので扱いやすいですし、もし割れてもいくらでも代わりがあります。
Yeah, fair enough. Oh, I like that. Yeah. It's definitely not like a human. There is no replacement for a human being if they break. Hayase. Yep, she cannot replace herself as Takayuki's lover, I suppose. Yeah. Yeah, they.
それではあと少しです。頑張りましょ
う。兄さん、わざとらしいわね。今さらのこのことやってきちゃって。
No, he's genuinely wanting to ask. Yeah, I think it's interesting that Sakiyama has noticed that Takayuki has probably become a little bit more, I don't know, he's had more of a reaction based on all of the little things that he normally would be able to keep under control with, for example, Daikuji. I see, so his entire attitude's different. Yeah.
指輪ですね。先輩に絆創膏貼ってもらったんですよ。
Yeah, good for her. Even though Takayuki has been working here this long, that happened to him. Oh my god. He's not even complaining about her, he's just offering constructive feedback. Fuck off. But to be fair, I suppose you could still think this reasonably. You know, fix yourself before you tell other people what to do. Yeah, I know.
ま、あんたの鶏頭じゃ3歩も歩けば忘れると思うけどね。期待しないで期待しとくわ。
Tamano's shocked.
まあけど、その頭に記憶力なんてもんがあるはずないわね。期待した私がバカだったわ。
It must be really hard not to want to punch Daikuji in the face. Look, seriously. I feel so bad for him for having to work with her. Oh, I like that what he's using what Daikuji said against her. Damn. Well, at least he was direct. It's never something I'd expect him to say. Just as a means of scolding somebody.
何すんじゃいボケが。泣かすぞ、埋めるぞ、沈めるぞ。ああ、もう頭きた。うがー。
I can't believe you are real. Yeah, seriously.
その言葉、忘れるな。
She really sounds it. He's good at this. You can tell how much he's been teased and just bullied by her, let's be honest.
お前なんか猫のうんこ踏めー。
God. I feel bad for him for having to work with Daikuji, I will always say that. Yeah, I don't blame him whatsoever. Totally. Yeah. If I'm going to be honest, I'm finding it hard to make sense of even now, too. If I'm going to be honest, though, I get the impression that Takayuki was obviously a little bit more annoyed and provoked by Daikuji, but at the same time, he hasn't necessarily done anything that bad. I mean, he was still alright to Mayu, the one who's actually respectful to Takayuki. I just think it's so funny that Sakiyama cares about Takayuki taking out his feelings more on these people who are really quite difficult to work with, let's be honest, than these people who are working and Daikuji, who is being such an arsehole. Just because of the fact that, let's be honest, she's probably really quite insecure. I mean, surely if you're telling Takayuki off, you should tell Daikuji off as well? I don't get this. Yeah. Yeah, that's totally reasonable. And yet she is. Exactly, it's sick. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you can't. Yeah, I like that. Yeah, just... It's as if plates have a predetermined function that they will carry out. You don't want like that. You don't want something like that to be the case for a human being because it's wrong in every way. I mean, if anything, I don't necessarily think he's treating her like this. But I think not opposing it is kind of the same as treating her like that. In a weird way. My god, Haruka. I'll tell you what. I'm going to stop reading today. But my god, that was so morbid just to see how much Mitsuki is trying to do for Takayuki and all of her efforts. Yeah, it's going to be quite interesting to see where this goes, to be honest, and god, if we ever break up with her. Let's be honest here, if we ever break up with her. I do wonder what would happen if we didn't. I just wonder where this plot's going to go, to be honest. It's so unusual. Yeah, poor Hayase. I think that's the most morbid thing. It's such a conflict for Takayuki because he was the person who caused this. And that's the most deadly thing about it, really. Anyway, I'm going to go now, so yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed and I'll see you next time.